games,
right,
then you get overlooked. And even the girls that played them games, right? You know, I'm just gonna say Cardi because that's just she played them games. She
Cardi
did all
B?
that. Yeah, she did all that, right?
We gotta talk about this.
She did all that, right? And she got on. So, fuck him, I'm gonna get some. Like she was the rat, like whatever. And now she has 3 kids, and now she's like, I don't even want to be that no more. And guess what? Now she's not making music. Now she's not whatever because she not like now she's like in like not that era. And it sucks for women that if you don't want to be over sexualized or taken advantage of or having to feel that you have to like fuck for a track,
right?
Whatever you want to say,
that's crazy.
Then you're not getting no airplay, or you gotta go sell your soul and go do the dinner with Rick Owens and his wife.
You already know Cardi B isn't one to sit quiet when someone tries to throw shade. And this time, she snapped back hard after Hazel-E dragged her name into an interview. Hazel was out here sounding off about how tough it is for women in the industry, saying how over-sexualized it's become, and even hinting that some women allegedly have to sleep their way to success. And guess whose name she decided to bring up? Yep, Cardi B!
I watched the interview with you and Shirley, and you said some things about Cardi from the Love and Hip Hop era. And then shout out to Love and Hip Hop because that's a franchise that we've all been a part of. Yeah. We've all made millions, well at least I have, on the network with that. And it's been a good ride.
Hazel didn't hold back, and neither did Cardi. But before we get into what Cardi said, and trust it was wild, let's rewind real quick and talk about the history between these two. This isn't the first time they've had tension. Both Hazel-E and Cardi were on Love and Hip Hop, and a few years ago, Hazel caught feelings because she thought Cardi copied her daughter's birthday theme. No joke. Hazel had thrown a princess-themed party for her little one, and when Cardi did something similar, Hazel was quick to throw accusations. Like girl, a princess theme for a little girl? That's not exactly groundbreaking. Everyone and their cousin does that. So yeah, there's already been some low-key drama between them, and Hazel clearly isn't over it. Now she's talking slick in interviews and bringing Cardi's name into some messy claims, and Cardi, oh, she came back swinging. Hazel-E wasn't just throwing light shade, she went full blast and swore up and down that Cardi B copied her whole concept, like she was dead serious. Hazel said Cardi straight-jacked the idea for her daughter's princess-themed birthday party and didn't even try to make it her own. She got so pressed about it that she dragged Cardi into an interview just to talk about it. Can you believe that? All over a party theme. She went on and said, "I'm calling this out. It's, mind you, these are children. These are babies' birthday parties. Like, girl, who's really making this about the kids? Let's be real. Nobody owns a princess theme. That's like saying someone copied you for eating cake at a birthday. But Hazel made it sound like Cardi stole her identity or something."
Whole Cardi B situation from your daughter's party.
I mean, first it was a one-sided beef, so that's why I even feel corny talking about it, because she doesn't respond, you know what I'm saying? As if, I don't know if she feels like she's too big to respond, but that can't be, because Hazel-E came before Cardi B. Did it big for Ava's first birthday, whatever. They like the dress looked like this, the dog, the horse, and with the white horses with the horse-drawn carriage, the daddy charm, shit just looks familiar, and I'm looking at it. I know I had sent it to you, and I was like, in the colors, and I was like, am I tripping or did? And then it wasn't even nothing until she was like, the greatest pull-up ever. I'm calling this out.
It's clear there's something way deeper going on here, because no grown woman goes that hard over party decorations unless she's feeling some kind of way inside. And honestly, it's given major jealousy vibes. Cardi B's glow-up has been massive, from reality TV to Grammy stages, brand deals, chart-topping hits, and millions in the bank. She's living the dream. Meanwhile, Hazel-E was on the same show, had the same platform, and the same public exposure. But instead of rising like Cardi did, she kind of just faded out the spotlight. That has to sting. So now it's like every little move Cardi makes gets side-eyed by Hazel. It's almost like Hazel can't stand seeing Cardi win, and this birthday party drama just gave her a reason to speak up again. You ever notice how the people who didn't make it tend to be the loudest critics? But wait, before we get into what Cardi B said back, because yes, she clapped back with fire, there's another twist in this story. A video started floating around online just the other day. It showed NFL player Stefon Diggs chilling on a yacht surrounded by women having a good old time. And guess what? Cardi B was spotted in Miami that exact same weekend, and she was on that boat too. So now people are side-eyeing that footage like, wait, what's going on here? Because if you connect the dots, Hazel talking slick, Cardi popping up in Miami, and Stefon Diggs in the mix, this drama might go way deeper than it looks on the surface. So here's where things really took a wild turn. And it's not even about the birthday party anymore. While Cardi B was on that Miami boat with Stefon Diggs, things got extra suspicious when Stefon suddenly pulled out a bag. And not just any bag. People online claimed it had pink coke in it. Yeah, pink. Now, if you're sitting there wondering what that even means, think about the kind of headlines Diddy's been wrapped up in lately. That'll paint the picture. Pink coke isn't just your usual illegal substance. Rumors say it's a mix of all kinds of crazy stuff. Not only is it dangerous, but it's also surrounded by luxury and scandal. That kind of bag being flashed around with Cardi nearby, people were side-eyeing hard and jumping to all kinds of conclusions.
So you're beefing with Cardi.
Beefing with Cardi. Shit. Well, what's new?
What's going on with you and Cardi B?
Yeah, we've seen each other. We've had words. In this long conversation, I had to remind her of these instances that I guess, you know, her memory is clouded by whatever that she's doing at the moment. And how she, like, was disrespectful at the very, very beginning of her career. And yeah, there were some instances, and she was not a nice girl.
Can we pull up the stuff? Let's pull it up first and then let's share the screen. So you guys have been having some words.
Yeah, because it was like we going back and forth for 3 hours, bro. Like at this point, like, you know, as the fans and people are, you know, dragging it like I'm looking for cops.
But the real explosion came when Cardi B directly hit Hazel-E up in the DMs. She wasn't holding nothing back. Hazel, being messy as ever, took screenshots and blasted them all over the internet for everyone to see. Hazel posted the messages and said, "Wow, where do I start?" She tagged Cardi and added, "You've been going back and forth for 3 hours. I'm tired. 3:04, put the 2CB down and let's rock." That last part, people think it was coded and shady, but Cardi didn't even flinch. Cardi clapped all the way back and said, "Keep my name out your effing mouth. You constantly got my name in your mouth and I never spoke on you or disrespected you." She made it very clear. "I never got with no rapper or music exec to get to where I'm at. The only man in the industry I've been with is the one I married." Then she brought the receipts. Cardi reminded Hazel that she was personally picked by Mona Scott to be on Love and Hip Hop, not because of any favors or hookups. She fired off, "You feel some type of way over a kid's birthday party? You think I copied you? You miserable." And if that wasn't enough, Cardi really hit a nerve by exposing something sensitive. "The fact that I even asked my surgeon to help you when you almost died in Turkey." That part had everyone shook, because not only did Cardi come for Hazel's credibility, but she also reminded everyone that Hazel once had a serious surgery scare overseas. And Cardi tried to help her. This wasn't just a social media argument, it was a full-on dragging session. At this point, things got way more personal. Cardi wasn't just defending herself, she was exposing Hazel-E. So when Cardi mentioned that surgery incident in Turkey, here's what she was talking about. Hazel had flown overseas to get some cosmetic work done, and it nearly turned deadly. Real talk, people said she almost lost her life out there. And Cardi, she actually tried to help her during that crisis by reaching out to her own surgeon. That's how serious it was. So when Cardi wrote, "The fact I asked my surgeon to help you when you almost died in Turkey," she was heated. She followed it up with, "I see why messed up things happen to you. You evil and weird." Cardi wasn't holding back. She basically said Hazel got bad karma because of the energy she puts out into the world. Then she added, "You hate on people you've never even met. I never did anything to you." That hit deep. Cardi painted Hazel as someone who throws hate just because she's bitter, not because anything actually happened between them. Then she continued to break it all the way down. "KSR didn't have anything to do with me in the beginning of my career. They only came around after Bodak Yellow hit #1, so she made it crystal clear. No one handed her anything. She worked for it, earned her spot, and didn't need anyone to open doors for her."
For the people that come before, I don't, maybe because I'm college educated.
But what I'm
maybe
saying
because
is-
I'm an AKA. Maybe because I pledged and I had to respect women that started my organization in 1908. Maybe that I recognize it differently. I wasn't in the strip club. I wasn't drugging men and stealing their jewelry.
Hold
I
on,
didn't
wait.
life. So therefore, maybe
drugging men
I
and-
don't have the same values
drugging men and stealing
as
their
you,
jewelry.
so maybe I don't understand.
But what do you mean when you say drugging men and stealing their jewelry? I'm confused. Like, what is that? What are you saying? You saying that Cardi B?
Allegedly, or I don't even think it's allegedly. I think it was like a proven. It was like a court thing.
I like
she
allegedly
actually
here.
said it out of her own mouth that, you know, like her days in the strip club, she would find said tricks, bring them to said rooms.
Are you talking about her raps?
No, what she literally said, and that she would drug them in and rob them.
And Cardi threw in some more receipts. She said it was Remy Ma herself who invited her into certain circles. Just like young M.A., who's cool with Hazel, didn't know a thing about any of this drama either. Cardi fired back again, "You sound like a fan." Oof. Then she shut Hazel down with the final diss. "Ugh, boring. You're just repeating everything you see online." According to Cardi, Hazel doesn't even have her own thoughts, just recycled drama. And the dagger? "You got all that and yet you're still miserable. Hating on women who never even did anything to you. Not even once." Cardi wasn't done yet. She hit Hazel with one last line. "Please go on with yourself. This is dumb." And honestly, that's the energy right there. But of course, Hazel couldn't leave it alone. She fired back saying, "I'm a fan and you're the downfall of yet another black man." Yep, she really went there, dragging Stefan Diggs into it and making it messy all over again. But Cardi clapped back fast, shutting it all the way down. She said, "What downfall of another black man? My baby father has his own successful career and my new man still in the league and about to have a great year." She made it real clear nobody around her is falling off, and if anything, they're thriving. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, Hazel got exactly what she wanted. She stirred the pot, got Cardi's attention, and had the whole internet watching. That's all she really wanted, to get under Cardi's skin, and she pulled it off. Cardi fell right into the trap. And let's be honest, it's not even worth it. Hazel's not on her level. If Cardi had just stayed quiet, this would have never even made headlines. Sometimes silence is louder than 1,000 DMs. This whole mess, waste of time, waste of energy, and a waste of good Wi-Fi. But what do you think? Is Hazel-E just clout chasing, or does she actually have a point somewhere buried in the drama? And do you think Cardi B would have blown up the way she did without being so bold and in your face? Be real. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what y'all think. And don't forget, hit that like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the next scandal when it drops. You know there's always another one coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.